Hello, Winter Knight here, and today we are back with some more Series 2 action, and I am really excited to share this team with you guys. I've been looking all format to try to find that one team that I really vibe with, so I finally went back to basics. As you know, I did very well with Mimikyu and Baxcalibur in Series 1, so I started with them and built from there. We've got Sandy Shocks, Iron Bundle, Volcarona, and Tyranitar. I feel like this team has answers for most of the meta and really gives you the tools that you need to succeed. We are running Standard Life Orb Mimikyu set with Protect, no Trick Room. Loaded Dice, Icicle Spear, Baxcalibur with Ice Shard and Glaive Rush. Then Booster Energy Sandy Shocks, that way we can get the speed boost with the Grass Terra and Terra Blast. Covert Cloak, Ice Terra, Iron Bundle, that's so you can take the fake out, get off some big icy winds or freeze dries, be a little less reliant on Hydro Pump. And then Dark Terra Volcarona. The reason for this is so that it does very well into the Spam matchup, and when you pair it with Tyranitar, it is a great answer into Armarouge and Didi. And then we have AV T-Tar with the Flying Terra, Rock Slide, Assurance, Blow Kick, and Terra Blast. So we're going to get right into it. I'm going to show you guys some matches, kind of give you some pointers on how the team runs. But before we do, if you could, please like and subscribe. We're on our way to 1,000, so if you could help me get there, that would be amazing. But let's do it. Alright, so first up we have Fallen here with a very interesting team. He's running Iron Jugless with Armarouge, Fluttermane, Gyarados, Roaring Moon, and Mousehold. So trying to decide what I want to go with here. I'm thinking T-Tar in the lead could be very good in case he does lead Armarouge. Of course, Volcarona, a very good lead into this as well. But if he leads Gyarados, I could be in trouble with Volcarona. So then I decide Shocks and Bax would be good with Bundle in the back. That way we can come in, have a little speed control at the end if necessary. So good luck, have fun to Fallen. Let's see what you got here. So he does go with Jugless and Armarouge here. So kind of unsure what to expect here, if he's going to go Tailwind or what exactly he's going to do. With Armarouge you can kind of never tell sometimes. I do have the speed booster on Sandy Shocks here though, and we didn't see the booster on Jugless. So let's see what we got here. He's taking his time deciding what he wants to do, but we will Earth Power the Armarouge slot here in case he decides to switch out on the other slot. But he does go for the Terra here. I was expecting the Terra on Armarouge, but it is the Psychic Terra. So as you can see, he must be Scarfed, so goes for the Scarf U-turn into the weak armor Armarouge. We'll get the speed boost, proc the weakness policy there. But he doesn't have Indeedee to switch into for Expanding Force. Of course, Tyranitar is a dark type anyway. So out comes Mousehold. He just goes Heat Wave. It does big damage to Sandy. Luckily we don't get burned. Get off that Earth Power there. And then Tyranitar unfortunately misses the Rock Slide on the wrong slot there. So at least we get some damage down onto the mouse hold there. But as you saw there, Armarouge was faster than Sandy after the weak armor boost. So we'll just go protect on Sandy and try to go for another rock slide here. Luckily, Sand is chipping everything down as well, so eventually Armarouge will go down to Sand regardless here. But if T-Tar could hit his rock slide this time, that would be fantastic. So Protect comes out there. He just goes for another Heat Wave, which, as we saw, as long as Tyranitar doesn't get burned, he will take that comfortably. And he can also take a Pop Bomb, but they bust out the Tidy Up here. So they'll get the attack boost and the speed boost here. So really cool mouse hold tech there. Armarouge will go down. Mouse hold brought very, very low here. But there's a good chance it could outspeed after the Tidy Up here. So we'll have to see. Just can't decide what he wants to do here. But finally he brings out Gyarados. So gets that Intimidate down on our Tyranitar here. So deciding if I want to sack something here. But we'll just go Flying Terra. I think about going Flying Terra, that way we could take the Waterfall better. But I don't want to Terra if he goes Pop Bomb, so that's why I couldn't decide there. Just kind of going back and forth on it. Finally decided to just go for the Rock Slide. We are in Sand. We'll go for the Thunderbolt on Mouse Hold here. Pop Bomb comes out. We'll finish off Sandy Shocks there. So great call on his part to go for the Tidy Up there on our Protect. But Tyranitar is a beast and survives the Waterfall. So he'll take out Mouse Hold and do a good chunk to Gyarados there. Sand will chip it down just a bit more. So we know he has Juggless in the back. So trying to decide if I want to threaten with Ice Shard, Icicle Spear. But we will just go into Bundle. Even though we know he is faster, that'll be okay. I don't think there's anything he has that will one-shot the Bundle here. He's most likely running Tailwind, so I don't know. Maybe he's not. If he's Scarfed, he may not be running Tailwind. Maybe U-Turn, Dark Pulse, and Snarl possibly. We'll just go for the Freeze Dry on Gyarados and just keep clicking Rock Slide here. That's what Tyranitar does best, and he is extremely good at it. Except for when he misses. So Snarl comes out, but Tyranitar will hang on there, which is huge. We get off the big Freeze Dry. Bye-bye Gyarados. Even the Snarl couldn't save him there. So Rock Slide does a good chunk there. Sandstorm will chip a bit more. So not a whole lot he can do here. We have a whole Baxcalibur in the back with priority. So we'll just go low kick, make sure we don't miss, and go for the Icy Wind. But battle was canceled. GG's to my opponent. Alright, so next up we have Red with the Dondozo team, rocking Dondozo, Tatsugiri, Dragonite, Golden Go, Murkrow, and Palmont. So, Of course, we're not running Haze, Curse, anything like that, but we do have the tools to beat Dondozo. Of course, Iron Bundle and Sandy Shocks are both really good into it, and if he does go Dragon Terra, then Baxcalibur can hit it for big damage as well. So I decide to lead Volcarona, expecting the Golden Go lead, and we'll just lead Mimikyu. And then we'll bring Sandy and Bundle in the back. So he does start off with Golden Go and Dondozo here, so always want to kind of play it safe against Dondozo. You don't know if they're going to switch in Tatsu, so sometimes it's good to just scout what they want to do. But I decided to just go for the Heat Wave here. If Golden Go stays in, we can get big damage on it, and there's the chance that we can get the burn on Dondozo, which would be amazing. So I think about switching out Mimikyu here to save it, expecting that Golden Go switch out, but I decide I'll just protect. So Golden Go stays in, and Timid Volcarona paying off. We move first, do big damage to Golden Go, and we get the burn on Dondozo. That was huge. And we get the burn on Golden Go, so Volcarona doing work here with the double burn. Mega Rain comes out. Volcarona eats that for breakfast. And then the Wave Crash comes out. But after the burn, Volk is too bulky and it sticks around here. So we'll get a bit of leftovers recovery here. So great start here. We have Golden Go chipped down massively. Dondozo burned, so we can't go into Tatsu and get the Commander boost, but at least it'll be a little bit easier to handle now that it is burned. So we'll just go protect on Volcarona. I do expect Golden Go to switch out here, so I'm not falling for the bait and going for the Shadow Sneak. I decided to just go for the Heat Wave in case it stays in. We'll go for the Play Rough. If we lose Volk here, it's okay. It has done its job, and that'll allow us to get Iron Bundle in. So Tatsu does switch in. It'll hop into its mech here. Dondozo gets the boost. So Order Out comes into Volk, but it'll go down to the Sushi. Get a little bit of its attack back. Get off the Play Rough. Unfortunately, don't get the attack drop there. But we'll do a little bit of chip damage, and the burn is preventing Dozo from getting much back from that leftovers recovery, which is always great. So now we can bring in either Sandy or Bundle here. I'm trying to decide if I think he will Terra Steel possibly here, but I decided to just go Bundle. We'll just go Protect, that way we can kind of scout what he wants to do. Just go for a Shadow Claw here, possibly get a crit through the boost. So Order Up goes into the Protect. Of course, Dozo will still get the boost here. Shadow Claw does a bit more chip. That puts it easily within range of the Freeze Dry here. And he can't protect to get much health back. So we'll just go Terra, Freeze Dry here, and then go for the Play Rough. That way we can hopefully KO Dondozo and then hit the Play Rough and take out Tatsugiri as well. So Snowflake Hat bundle comes out here. Freeze Dry takes it out easily. Tatsu pops back out just to eat a big Play Rough. So Mimi coming through and hitting when we need it to. So Golden comes back out here, and we will get to see his last, which is Palmont. So I'm expecting the fake out here, so I think about protecting, but running Covert Cloak. Could go protect Shadow Sneak, but if they Terra the Golden it may not do it, and I am Covert Cloak, so we'll just go for the Icy Wind. That way we can get some chip on both sides, and then we'll be able to Shadow Claw so we can make sure Golden goes down here. We still have Sandy in the back, which is super effective into both sides, so we're in a good position here. But better to play it safe. And Mimi does still have his disguise, so it wouldn't go down to the Make It Rain here anyway. But might as well attack while Palmont's trying to fake out here. So does big damage to Palmont. Golden barely hanging on, but it will go down to the Shadow Claw here. Knock that coin stack right over, right off the table. So just go Freeze Dry, that way we're sure we can't miss, and we'll try to get Sandy in. But battle was canceled. GG's to my opponent. Alright, and last up we have John here. Rocking Fluttermane, Scizor, Tauros, Talonflame, Brute Bonnet, and Dragonite. So thinking I want to lead Sandy here, Volcarona, possibly expect Talonflame, that's why I want to lead Sandy here, that way we get off a big Thunderbolt. We will go Tyranitar as well, with Volk and Bax in the back. Bax goes kind of crazy here if we can get Fluttermane off the board. Since the Water Terror will help out a lot into the Scizor. So John leads off with Fluttermane and Scizor here. Probably expecting the Iron Bundle lead. We'll get the Sandstorm streaming. Get the speed boost on Sandy here. We'll just go out into Volk here, expecting the Bullet Punch into the Sandy slot, and we want to keep him safe. Even though we will lose our speed boost, Flutter is really the only thing that we have to worry about the speed for. So we'll just go ahead and switch on out and go for the Rock Slide here on Tyranitar. They do just protect. We'll get the Rock Slide off, do a bit of chip damage to Scizor, and they bring out the U-turn. I guess they were expecting the Grass Terra on Sandy there, to keep it safe from the bullet punch. So good call there to just switch out and save the Terra. So they will bring out Tauros. So good switch on his part. It will intimidate Tyranitar. But if they wear Focus Sash, they are no longer. So I think about protecting Volk here, but usually Flutter doesn't run anything to threaten Volk. So I decided to just go for the Heat Wave. If we could get a burn on Tauros, that'd be great. Any kind of damage on Flutter would be good here. So we'll go ahead and Terra. That way we can throw a Terra Blast out at Tauros and make sure we don't take close combat. But they reveal the Power Gem. So Volcarona goes down. So definitely should have protected there to scout, but I was honestly expecting Tauros to Raging Bull into that slot. But T-Tar eats, and we'll do a good chunk with the Terra Blast there. Sandchip will pass itself right on around. We'll bring Sandy back on out. So we'll just Thunderbolt the Tauros. And go for the Terra Blast into Flutter here. Flutter does just protect. So they were hoping to catch us slipping and attacking into the protect. But Thunderbolt comes out, will finish off the Tauros here. So now we just want to, if anything, get Flutter down low enough that we can finish off with an Ice Shard would be ideal here. They do bring out Talonflame. So we'll just Thunderbolt that slot and go for the Rock Slide. Well, thought about going for the Rock Slide, decided to just go Terra Blast into Flutter. So the Terra finally comes out on that side. It is going to be Talonflame here with the Steel Terra. Wanted to make sure it was safe from any Rock Slides or Thunderbolts. Power Gem comes out in Tyranitar, but he is so bulky, he just eats that up. Flare Blitz comes out into Sandy. And big Thunderbolt. Bring Talon down low, and we get the para. So huge para there. Gale Wings was broken, but still, Talonflame is very fast. So always nice to get a para whenever possible. So Sandchip comes back out. Talonflame safe from the chip here with the Steel Terra. So we'll just protect Sandy. That way we can keep it safe until Bax can come in to finish off the Flutter with the Ice Shard. Sandstorm does subside. We'll just go Earth Power into the Talonflame slot and Ice Shard into Flutter. Not a lot he can do to stop this. Flutter goes down, as does the Talonflame. So now it's just Scizor versus the world. He does have super effective damage into Baxcalibur, and Sandy is very, very low, so could go for the Protect, try to call the Protect right to keep one slot safe. But I think in this situation, the best course of action is just to attack with both sides. That way you can get damage down. Because if I protect Sandy, he takes out Bax, we'd be in a bad position. So we'll just attack. Bullet Punch comes out into Bax, but Bax is so bulky, he eats that comfortably. And then the Thunderbolt will come out and finish off Scizor. So GG's to my opponent. So a great showing from the team here. As you can see, the team has the tools you need. No haze or clear smog or anything like that for Dondozo. But with some careful switching, you can get the job done. Even without the burn, Bundle and Sandy do very, very well into it. Like I mentioned before, Tyranitar and Volk very good into the Psy Spam matchup. So it really has the tools. I think Baxcalibur is very, very underrated still, and it is a solid pick. So try out the team. Let me know what you think about it, and I will see y'all in the next one.